I noticed you two have the same name. Are you related to one another?
Unfortunately.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the relation?
She's my mom.
She's my ungrateful daughter.
Wow. This is going to be a good one. I see here that you're suing your mom for $50,000. Am I seeing that correctly?
That is correct.
For damages, property, and she sold some of your property. Am I?
She sold my car. She sold some of my clothes. She also sold some of my decor.
Okay. Well, how did she end up in possession of your property?
Well, obviously, before I was living with her, but now I'm living with my boyfriend. And
so while you were living together, the stuff that we're talking about was inside of this domicile?
My house. Yes.
Okay. All right. Please continue.
Yeah, so my things were still at her house, and I was living with my boyfriend at the time. And eventually I was going to get around to moving this stuff to my new apartment, but I guess she thought it was funny, and she sold all of my things.
Okay. She sold all of your stuff, you said?
Yes, my clothes, my pictures, my decor.
So everything that was in in the room that you were, that was basically your room in the house.
Yes.
She sold everything?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Were there other items in the home that belonged to you that were also?
She also sold my car.
Your car. Okay. How did she end up selling your car?
Well, I guess my father promised me to buy me another vehicle. And she claims that being that my father was going to buy me the other vehicle, that it was more convenient for her to just sell my car.
Oh, okay. And you left the residence to reside with your boyfriend. Did I hear that correctly?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you and your boyfriend, how long have you guys been a couple?
We've been together for about 3 years.
3 years? Wow.
Yeah. I love him.
Hey, I can see the glow on your face when I mentioned him. Yeah. You just the room just got a little brighter, you know.
Yeah, I love him.
How long have you guys been residing together?
Well, it's pretty fresh. We've only been living together for a few months.
A few months?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. How many months?
No, it's going on about like 4.
4 months?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of the question here, you guys planning on tying a knot in the future?
I hope so.
Okay. It's a lot of work now. A lot of work, girl. Don't think it's easy.
But
I'm telling you.
It's going to work.
All right. I've been married for a long time. Trust me. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Same woman. So I wish you guys the best of luck in that relationship.
Thank you.
Mom. Hello. How are you?
Your Honor, I've seen better days.
I'm sorry that you're here in court over the thing with your daughter. I apologize. I hate to see family in my courtroom when they have a disagreement. Hopefully we can get some resolution to this so both of you ladies can be happy.
Thank you, sir.
She's saying that you sold her stuff. Can you give me some clarification as to what's going on here?
Absolutely. The car that she claims is hers, I paid for. If you look at the title and the registration, it's under my name.
Okay, I did see that.
Good. And everything else that she claims that was hers as well, while she was living under my roof, I paid for. All of the bedroom decor, I paid for that for her. All of the clothing, many shopping sprees that we went on together.
Ma'am, hold on. Please continue.
That's all things that I had paid for. So the car that which may I also add, she had multiple fender benders over the course of her time using that car.
Okay.
Several parking tickets and paying, that I had to pay for out of pocket. Those things I paid for, Your Honor. Never once did she even offer to pay. It was always, Mommy, can you please help me with this? I have this issue.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Was the car insured?
Yes, the car was insured. And
who paid for the insurance?
That was me.
You paid for the insurance as well?
Me, yes.
Is the car paid off or is it still?
Yes, no, it's fully paid off.
Okay. During the time that she was driving this particular motor vehicle, was it paid off then as well, or were monthly payments being?
I had finished paying off the car while she was using it.
So at some point in time, while she was driving the vehicle, you were making the payments on the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever contribute to the payments of the vehicle as far as insurance or like the monthly payments or anything like that?
I paid for some gas here and there.
So you paid for the gasoline to go into the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, but as far as the monthly payments to the bank or the lender, you didn't pay for that. And the insurance, you never paid for that. Mom did that? I'm just trying to get clarification as the car for the car.
She paid for majority of the costs.
The majority is just for things like the gas she didn't pay for. You probably paid for
Yeah.
the car to get washed and stuff like that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I paid for like those minimal things, but I mean, she's my mother. She should be responsible for those
Okay.
payments, should she not be?
All right. We're going to get back to that. Now, let's get back to the part where the stuff in this room in the house. It was her room, and it was the property that she, like, I'm assuming what we're talking about here. Clothes,
Nightstands,
shoes.
yeah, the bed frame, the mattress, the shoes,
the furniture.
clothes, everything that I packed up neatly after she told me she was moving out.
Okay.
Packed it up for her, set it up in boxes, stored it for her, called her multiple times, texted her, left voicemails multiple times. Honey, come get your stuff. I have it all packed. Honey, I'm moving it out of the room. I need this room for my home office. I got a new job, Your Honor. I needed that room.
Why didn't you go and get your stuff?
She only called me 5 times.
Okay, I
It
got
wasn't
that.
an emergency.
How many texts did I send you?
But she's saying that she made contact with you to come get your stuff. Why didn't you come and get your stuff, ma'am?
Your Honor, I have a lot going on. You know, I just moved in with my boyfriend. You know, I have my job. You know, I work at Saks Fifth Avenue. You know, I'm a cashier there.
Do retail.
Yeah, you know, like, and I'm in college. Like, I have a lot of things going on. However, though, my life has been very stressful being at the fact that she sold my car and my father ended up not even getting me my vehicle. So now, you know how much Uber is and Lyft? It's expensive.
I do understand. I understand that, and that's why you're suing your mom for $50,000.
Yes.
Okay. What other things occurred, Mom?
Well, the car was, we had an agreement. As long as she lived under my roof and abided by my rules and helped with her little brother and little sister, the car was hers to use for school, for going out with her friends, whatever, seeing her boyfriend, her deadbeat boyfriend.
You're lying.
No, we're not going to throw insults at people, not in this courtroom. But continue.
I apologize, Your Honor. You're right.
No, she doesn't.
And it was hers to use, and we had that agreement. It was never put in writing. She, for some reason, thinks that I gifted her this car, which I never did. It was always under my name. It's always my car. So, of course, I had to go and sell it because I do have, as I mentioned, 2 other kids that are not of legal age to drive yet at my home. I'm a single mother. I have a single mother's salary, and I have to provide for these other children.
Your middle child, how old is that child?
13.
13. So in 3 years, that child would be legally old enough to drive a car on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're suing for $50,000 for damages and emotional distress. Can you describe the emotional distress that you're going through or experience since you've moved out?
Of course, Your Honor. I just want to make this blatantly clear. The only reason why she sold my things was because she doesn't like my boyfriend.
Okay.
She just doesn't like him for whatever reason, whatever cuckoo message she
thinks he's a bum.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Okay.
And my boyfriend has a job. He works as a bartender. He makes really good money on tips. And she just doesn't like him for whatever reason. I don't know. She's crazy.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But that's the emotional distress that I'm going through. She doesn't like my boyfriend. Then now on top of that, I have to pay money for Lyfts and Ubers to get to school.
Well, let me ask you this question, ma'am. Ms. Diaz, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22 years old?
Yes.
Okay. All right. By the definition of the state, you are an adult, correct? And I'm assuming you would call yourself an adult. I want you to understand where I'm going to go with this. Let's start with the motor vehicle, because that seems to be the biggest concern that you have.
Mm-hmm.
By law, okay, the person whose name is on the registration is the owner of the vehicle.
But I'm driving it.
I understand that, but the law doesn't recognize that. The law recognizes that the name that's on the registration is the owner of the vehicle, and they can do whatever they want with that particular vehicle. They can let you use it. They can let you, they can charge you whatever name is on that car belongs to that person. Okay. Now that's the law of you. Hey, I can't tell you I understand that you're a little bit surprised because your mouth is open. I need you to close your mouth. There we go. Here's the thing. So as far as the car, it's not your car, it's her car. There's nothing you can do about that.
How am I supposed to get to school in all those places?
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Now, the other concern here is the property that you left in the room. Your clothes, your shoes. There were some furniture items and decor, if that was the word that was used. You've been residing with your boyfriend for 4 months.
Yes.
She has tried to make contact with you multiple times. I believe
Five.
that you said that it was 5 times. You never came to get your property. The state says that property is abandoned after 60 days. It was abandoned property. Tried to contact you. You didn't come to get it. She can't keep it there forever. You wanted to make it into a home office. Is that what I wanted?
That's right.
If that's what I heard.
Got a new job.
Okay.
Yes.
So by law, by state law, that stuff is considered abandoned. There was an attempt to contact you to let you know your property's here. You need to come retrieve it. You didn't retrieve it within those 60 days. She has the right to do whatever she wants to that property. Sell it, throw it in the trash, whatever the case may be.
So what am I supposed to do now?
We're going to get to that. So, you reside with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he has a job, as you say.
Yes.
And earlier I asked you, do you guys plan on tying the knot earlier? Which you said, yes.
Yes.
Part of being in a real relationship, one that is going to go towards marriage, is responsibility for one another. There's this thing, once you get married, you become one. So if there's a situation where you need to be taken to school, you need transportation to school, then your boyfriend needs to help you achieve that goal, whether that means he has to take you there himself or pay for your transportation, whether it be a share ride service or public transportation, whatever the case may be. Okay, that's going to be part of responsibility. Once you start living together, you really have to look out for each other.
So what's her responsibility to me then?
She doesn't have
I don't
responsibility
have any
to you.
responsibility to you. You're an adult child who moved out of my house.
You're 22 years old. You are a grown woman. She has no obligation to you. That part is done. She did her job. She brought you in this world. She nurtured you till you were 18 years old. Once that 18-year-old number hit, anything that you got after that was a gift. She is taking the gift back from the car, and now you're out in the world. This is for you and your boyfriend to figure it out, because that's who you reside with now. The responsibility is on you guys for your welfare and your well-being, and hopefully you're doing the same for him. She doesn't owe you anything. She did her job. And I don't understand why you would drag your mom into this courtroom.
Because it's not fair.
Life isn't fair. You're going to learn that as you get older. You're going to come across a lot of situations that's not fair. But you're going to have to learn to deal with it. Especially when the law says this, but you want this. Do you have any questions or concerns?
I had a lot of emotional connection to those items that she sold.
Well, I say that if you had an emotional connection to those things, you should have went over there and got them and brought them to your new place where you and your boyfriend can share that emotional attachment and those memories and all that stuff. But you didn't do that. You wanted her house to become a warehouse for you until you figured out what you were going to do next. And that is not fair to her. So, do you have any questions or concerns?
So I'm not getting any money?
Oh, no, you ain't getting a damn thing. So, now that we're clear, case dismissed.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I should have gotten $50,000 today. Like, I don't understand. She's my mother. She's responsible for me until I'm dead. So she should have given me some money, or matter of fact, she shouldn't even have sold my car. I should have gotten back my clothes. I should have gotten back my decor. And this judge, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm outraged. Ugh.
Today was a very valuable lesson for both me and my daughter, Isabella. Isabella learned you can't always get what you want. If you're going to go be an adult and move out of my house after I've gifted you everything your entire life, then you're responsible for paying for a car and paying for storage, managing your own bills. And me, with my remaining 2 children that I have at home, I'm going to learn not to spoil them so much and really teach them the value of hard work and really being grateful for the things that you have. So I'm just very happy for Judge Porter for ruling in my favor today.